Hey everybody, Conman1701 here to give you guys another video. I'm sorry there has not been an upload in a little over a week. I know I said that would not happen, but unfortunately things got out of hand, and as you can see why, both my wrists are in braces, and I'm going to get to the story as to why this happened. So here we go. A little bit of a precursor to what happened. But last Tuesday, when I had scheduled my most recent upload, my last upload, which was a video diary on commitment, I had actually gone to my eye exam to finally figure out why my eye has been blurry for the last 6 months. And when I went there, I found out that my retina has completely detached in my left eye, and I'm going to need to see a retina specialist and then probably have surgery to reattach it and everything like that in the coming future. And so there's that. That is what I found out, and that is the reason why both of my wrists are in braces right now. So the next night I'm working, shift's going fine. My eyesight doesn't really affect how I work or anything like that. I've had no problems. I've gotten, my work done and did what I need to do and everything like that. It has no impact on how I work whatsoever. But on Wednesday last week, right about 10 minutes before the shift was about to end, I get pulled over to another trailer trying to fill out the time until shift ends. And the trucks have these flaps that open and close to the underbelly of the truck where additional packages can be stored and whatnot. And so one of these flaps towards the front of the trailer where you enter and exit was lifted up. I didn't realize as my back was turned towards the manager. I was talking to the manager about letting more packages come down the chute. And when I turned left, I could not see out of my peripheral. And when I went to go step, I fell 5 feet into the belly of the truck and landed completely on my left side. I landed on the right side of my left wrist, and I think I tried catching myself with my right hand, and so I fractured my triquetral bone in my left wrist, and I fractured my distal radius in my right. So the triquetral is where a tendon or ligament kind of pulls the bone away from the other bones in your wrist and kind of separates them in a way, from what I've learned. And so that's what's fractured on my left wrist. And on my right wrist is pretty much the radius bone that is on the right side of your wrist, kind of like underneath your thumb and your index and middle finger. That part of the bone in my wrist is fractured. So that's what happened. But when I went to the urgent care, they did not catch that. And then the pain from my wrist caused cortisol and adrenaline to be released. And then that further complicated with my diabetes, and insulin wasn't being produced or anything like that fast enough, so then it released toxins and stuff in my ketones, and then that caused me to go into DKA, and then I had to be in the hospital for about 5 days. And then at the hospital is where I actually found out that both my wrists were actually fractured and that they weren't just sprained or anything like that. So yeah, that's why there hasn't been any uploads. I've been sat up in the hospital, you know. Look at me, two thumbs up the whole time. And yeah, that's the best way I can really explain it to you guys and kind of fill you in. I didn't even know that severe pain could cause you, a diabetic, to go into DKA. And yeah, so I don't know how long I have to wear these braces. I've looked it up, and that the fractures that I both have are at least up to 12 weeks to heal. So we're probably looking about January at the least. So I don't know, but yeah, that's kind of what I've been dealing with for the last week. I apologize for that, and I know I said I was gonna not have really long gaps between uploads, but you know, kind of got out of hand, as you know my joke implies. So yeah, this is what I am kind of dealing with right now, and so far it really sucks. They got me on pain medicine, of course, so that's all fun. It's not really doing anything. Either, you know, I'm not really sleeping all that much, or all I really want to do is sleep, and that only comes at a couple hours at a time. So, fun. Fun. And with this injury, I think I might actually do a video diary about, you know, the fractures that I've had. So, my wrist, boom, that's 2 additional fractures. I had a fracture in my hip a few years ago, as I mentioned, and when I was 13, I actually fractured my ring finger and my pinky finger's metacarpal bones when I punched a whiteboard at school. So I think I'm going to do a video diary talking about, you know, injuries that I have acquired. So, but yeah, we're just going to be wearing braces, thank God. There was a slight chance that I could have needed surgery for my wrist, which would have sucked, because then if I would have needed surgery, that would have been probably a longer recovery time, and then have eye surgery, and then that would have added on top of my recovery time. So thank gosh it wasn't too severe. And yeah, I just wanted to fill you guys in. 2 thumbs up. Look at this. Oh boy. So, yep. I gotta get things situated with my work. Figure out, you know, what can and can't be done, and then pretty much go from there. And hopefully, you know, by the time I'm recovered, I still have a job. So, with that said, thank you guys so much for watching this quick video, and I will probably see you guys next time with a video diary about therapy finally, and then another video diary about, you know, fractured bones and injuries and whatnot that I have had to deal with in my life. So that'll be it. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Ow, that hurt. Okay.